I'm Johnny Scoville and this is Chase the Heat. So we're winding down the videos that I'll be making in this dwelling. There won't be a whole lot more of them. But last night I was cleaning out the fridge, throwing stuff away, and lo and behold I found this from Sugar Bob's. Smoked maple syrup. Now, I've met Sugar Bob at Jungle Gyms. Very, very cool guy from Vermont. I spent a lot of time there. I grew up in Vermont. Most of my youth was in Vermont. So, excuse me, we had a chance to talk, and he's a very, very cool dude. He also sells spicy stuff, and I didn't get them. I can't believe I didn't. Everything, the common denominator with Sugar Bob's is that every single ingredient he sells has maple syrup in it. So he was across from us at Jungle Gym, so I had a chance to speak with him. Very, very nice guy, you know, and having grown up in Vermont, we had a lot to talk about. Real maple syrup, real wood smoke, nothing else added. Handmade in Vermont. Very, very cool. Now, the reason this is sort of an important thing to me, when I was a kid, we had I was very fortunate to have the mom and dad that I had, and I had a very beautiful childhood. Still made horrible decisions. That's the thing. Kids are kids. But anyway, I had great parents. My mom is still with us, but we grew up in Vermont, and we had once we moved there, my mom and dad became friends with one of the people in the town, and this is a very nice old guy named Dwayne. And one day he said to my parents, I make maple syrup. If you let me tap your trees, you know, it doesn't hurt the trees obviously, and I'll give you all the syrup you want, as much as you want. So it's not like we're using them. So we always had our trees tapped every spring. And what happened then, they tapped it, old way, they tap it, and they have a bucket and they tap it, and what happens is in the spring when it warms up, it's when the sap starts flowing. And I had the only hill in the entire town that was paved, and it was the best hill for skateboarding. So my place was where all the kids used to hang out. All we did was skateboard. In the summertime or in the spring when we were so eager to get the snow off the road, we shoveled the snow, but we would skateboard down this hill, and all the trees were tapped, and when we got hot and we sweaty, we would take the maple off the sap, and we'd drink the sap. And if nobody's ever done that, you don't know what I'm talking about, but it just tastes mildly sweet, and it was always ice cold because it's spring and snow's melting, and it was the greatest thing. I just have a real great memory of maple syrup. Anyway, and here's the funny thing: if you grew up in a place like Vermont, there's real maple syrup, and then there's the fake stuff. It's a sin to use that fake stuff if you've grown up in a place that makes this. But anyway, that's my story about why maple syrup in Vermont is special to me, and it was really cool meeting Bob. So anyway, obviously there is a good deal amount of this gone. I'm gonna put a little bit on this spoon and just do a little quick taste test for you guys. You obviously know I like it. What a beautiful thing maple syrup is. It's such an industry in Vermont. This is amazing. When I tasted it the first time I was at the booth, I said, I gotta taste it. I couldn't believe it. If you like smoked maple syrup, get this, please. When I grew up, let me tell you something. When I grew up, it was such a staple thing when they'd start making it. Every ski resort would sell sugar on ice, they call it. They'd get a snow cone. They'd take a scoop of snow, stick it in the cone, and then just drizzle maple syrup over the top of it, and you'd eat it. And it was a big thing. So anyway, this is amazing. It's really smoky. It's amazing. If you've never had, you know what, here's the sad thing. I guarantee you there are people watching this who've never had real maple syrup. And you've just had that processed stuff. And if you've never had real maple syrup, you don't have a clue what you're missing. For those of you who have had maple syrup, please go to this the link's in the description box for Sugar Bob's. He has great sauces, and this is the best maple syrup, smoked maple syrup I've ever had. It's incredible. You can tell. Can I tell you, I hid it in the fridge because if I saw it, I was going to eat it, and I didn't want to use it all. I wanted to make sure I reviewed some of it. It's really amazing flavor, smoky and just incredible, and it's just good stuff. But there's, you know, one of the great ways that we used maple syrup growing up, this is gonna be funny. Some people are gonna go, what? Other people go, oh yeah, we used to just put it on ice cream. Just pour it over vanilla ice cream. Oh my gosh, is it the most amazing thing in the world? So please, in the description box, you'll see Sugar Bob's. Check him out. He's a very cool guy. He's a fun guy to talk to. I spent a lot of time talking with him. He's a good dude. So please check out Sugar Bob's and tell him I sent you. Today is the last day in this place. Tomorrow's Monday and I'm flying out. So everything's just in boxes and no stress, right? Listen, it is what it is. It's a tough thing because I love David Foy. He's a great guy, and I'm not going to be spending as much time with him as I used to, and that's a drag. But I'll be coming back here a lot because he's my partner, and so I'll be back a lot. But I'll be here today, flying out tomorrow. I'm heading to Harvest 912 in Pennsylvania. Got some very fun stuff there. And I'll be bringing some peppers with me, so we're gonna have a good time. Thank you guys for taking the time to watch all the videos I made in this dwelling. I appreciate you guys a lot. We got a few more to make here and then it's done. In the description box, you're gonna see Sugar Bob's. Please check him out. He's a very, very nice guy. Really makes amazing products. And I love that they're all themed with, you know, the thing that weaves in and out of all of them is maple syrup. It's pretty cool. So check them out. Tell them I sent you. Right there is the pepper. If you click the pepper, you're riding with me. If you don't want to miss a video, click the bell for notification. But just stop by and see us if you don't want to miss anything. Right here is an important channel. It's called The Lifeboat. It's my brother Tommy's channel about addiction and recovery. I got an email or a comment yesterday from somebody I know on the channel who is in an active addiction, and it's a drag. I feel bad for the person. It was interesting. They made some comment trying to give me a dig, like they were giving me a dig, and I feel bad for this person. If the person lived near me, I'd be helping them get sober. But right now they're not. And as people that are in an active addiction, just being a nasty fellow, I pray for this guy. So listen, seriously, life's too short. If you had 100 lifetimes to live, life is too precious to go through one of them addicted to something. If you had 100 lives to live, you get one. You know, if you got one car when you were 16 and they said this is the only car you're ever gonna have ever in life, boy, would you treat your car differently than the car you have now? You would. You only get one body, you only get one life. So if you have an addiction, like my friend does, who's not really doing anything about it, if you want to beat an addiction, please start there. Life sucks when you're addicted to something, and that channel will help you. More videos here. I love you guys. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this was, oh, by the way, hold on. A late end thumbnail. I'm Johnny Scoville, this was Chase the Heat.